So this video takes a look at the nonconformity management process in light of the COVID pandemic and the IATF response. So now, a question that you might get asked then, I'm working for an organisation and we had minor nonconformities from our last IATF audit, but we've been unable to close those within the 60 days that we had allocated by the certification body because of the COVID pandemic. Will this be an issue, and how will the certification body handle this?
There's so many sort of variables here, but for minor non-conformities, they can be closed out remotely, but time would have to be added to the next audit to verify the effective implementation of the corrective actions associated with those minor non-conformities.
Many people that need to be involved in the corrective action process have not been on site, and they're under various government furlough schemes. We cannot get the response to the certification body within the 60 days that those non-conformities were raised. Will IATF offer us any extension to the corrective action period for these minor non-conformities?
Yeah, so the IATF have offered an additional 90 days. So they've, as a sort of general window, they have extended the non-conformity management process by 90 days.
So if I understand then, you've given me some more time as an organisation to address these minor non-conformities. They could be addressed remotely by the certification body auditor, but additional time will be added to the next on-site audit to verify their effective implementation. Would you say my summary there is correct?
Correct. So there, as Niall mentioned, there's the 90-day extension to every step of the nonconformity management process. Minors are allowed to be closed remotely, but the time has to be added.
And a question for you, Niall. If we had a major nonconformity on our last audit before the pandemic, and then the pandemic came and it significantly disrupted our operations, so the certification body has been unable to come to site to do the on-site verification of the corrective action for that major. Is that treated any differently?
So again, it's the good news is it's consistent in terms of the size of the window. It's a 90-day window. So that special audit to close out and verify the effective implementation of corrective actions from the major nonconformity that was raised at the last audit, the window has been extended by 90 days to undertake the on-site special audit. And again, the hope is that the auditor is able to get on-site within that 90-day period. If it's not the case, then those major nonconformities, again, based on the submission of information from the organisation to the certification body, the certification body can then make a decision to 100% resolve those non-conformities. And what that really means is they're still seen as open, but having been managed to a degree by the organisation, but it will require at some point before the next scheduled audit for an on-site special audit to take place. The additional 90 days is for the non-conformity management process, so it's not 90 days on top of each step. And there's hopefully a useful diagram in the Revision 3 document that describes the impact of the additional 90 days on the NC management process quite clearly.
Thank you both. So from my understanding then, the key term there is 90 days, that there is another window that if the organisation cannot close the major or the minor nonconformity, then there is a little bit of breathing space for them to better submit that corrective action and the verification to the certification body, and then the certification body will then do the appropriate follow-up activities, which for minors could be remote and for majors could be an on-site verification.